The Louisiana Restaurant Association presents the We Live to Eat podcast. It is said in Louisiana that a great deal of our culture revolves around food. The We Live to Eat podcast will explore Louisiana's restaurant industry one episode at a time. Laissez les bon temps rouler.
Hey, everybody. Happy New Year. I am here on the We Live to Eat podcast with Miss Leah Chase's great granddaughter, Zoe Chase. How you doing today, Zoe?
I'm doing good. Happy New Year. How are you guys doing?
We are ready to just go. And when I saw the invitation for the Queen's Night multi-course dinner, which happens to be your great-grandmother's birthday. And
we had to push it back because, the rise of the COVID cases. So it's now February 10th.
Well, you know what? That gives me more time to plan to attend.
Yes.
So for all you listeners out there, this is Wendy with the communications department, and before I worked here at the LRA, I worked at Dillard University with none other than Zoe's father. So how old do I feel? So Travis and I worked together at Peter Mayer, and then I went over to Dillard and, met the whole family, and, I met Stella, and I met Dooky's, the fourth's dad, Dooky the third, and, the whole clan. So you were a bitty baby, or maybe a thought in your mother and father's eyes when I first knew Travis, because we were young and dumb, and we didn't know any better back then. So tell me a little bit about your background, like where, what your experience has been so far and what you hope to bring to the restaurant.
So like 2 years ago, I started working for my uncle, Edgar Dooky the Fourth, at his restaurant in the airport. And I was originally just supposed to be a hostess, and I was like, I don't know if I like this. So I was like, okay, just put me in the kitchen. I grew up around food. I was always around food, and I just love food so much. So he put me in the kitchen. I started prepping, and then maybe 2 months before COVID hit, I started working at Dooky Chase's on Orleans on Friday nights and Saturday nights, and just was helping, prep and work on the line. And I was like, okay, I think I want to spend my time fully here at Dooky Chase's on Orleans. And, I wanted to further my education and just learn more because I know my Creole food and my Creole roots. So I just wanted to get in the culinary field and experience more things. So in August of 2021, that's when I started culinary school at Noki Culinary Institute, and that was just an amazing experience. I learned so much. We did so many things. So that's that. And now I've been at Dooky Chase's since after culinary school.
So for you all listening, Noki is the New Orleans Culinary and Hospitality Institute that was founded by T. Martin and Dickie Brennan a couple of years ago, and the LRA has actually been a supporter and from the very beginning. So this is one of those things that is coming to fruition because the Brennans forever have wanted to have a world-class culinary institute. So I'm really excited to hear that you have an experience and an education from them, and you're going to take it and carry on your grandmother's legacy. That is really, I'm sure she is just, looking down on you with all the love and appreciation for carrying on, what she, work, pray, and do for others.
Yeah. She has been, she's such an inspiration to me. And I'm just so grateful that I could continue this legacy and just do all that I can to keep her name out there, keep her memory out there, because she has done so much, not only for us, but for the community. Yes, and just definitely. Everybody loved her so much.
Yeah. So tell me what your, like, one of your favorite, Leah food memories are like growing up? Were you in the kitchen with her?
I remember being little, we always would go to the restaurant. We would always run in and out the kitchen, and she would always be making gumbo. That's my favorite. We love the gumbo. And my grandfather, he would always get us ice cream sandwiches. So we'd be running in the kitchen, just doing the most and creating all the chaos. But it was just always a good time. We were always eating good because Grandmother Chase always fed us good. Always.
Oh, yeah. The fried chicken, the gumbo.
Fried chicken, everything,
the dressings. Oh, my goodness.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
My favorite right now is the shrimp clemenceau.
Ooh.
With the diced potatoes, the mushrooms, the garlic, the peas, the shrimp. I love that one a lot.
Well, I used to sneak in the back door and visit her in the kitchen when I was in the area. I would just like, hey, y'all, I'm coming to say hi. And she'd be, toward the end, she'd be sitting at her table with her iced tea and, I have a lot of fun. Or if we were going to an event, if I needed her to go to an event with me, I'd go pick her up. So, it's amazing that you are coming in, and I'm looking forward to what you have to bring to the table, pun intended, haha. And, I've worked with Tracy and Stella and, your dad and Trevor, and, it's just... I am so grateful and so happy that you guys have embraced, taking the restaurant by the reins and moving it into the next generation. That is like the best thing that I could ever dream of in terms of like the Louisiana restaurant industry and, how we, really have a, just when the younger generations come in, they really bring forth, more than just recipes, but you bring your own experiences to it. And, right now there's a lot of fusions happening and, a lot of opportunity to like really advance Creole cuisine. So I'm looking forward to it. See what you got going on.
We're very excited. I've been coming up with new recipes, just try to, we're in a different generation, but still keep our Creole roots and, just spice it up. It's always good to try new things. And, we did a vegan menu recently and everybody loved that. So
talk to me a little bit about the vegan thing, because I'm, I see like Diva Dog has her vegan etouffee sauce, and, Sneaky Pickle is, doing banging over there on St. Claude. So like what?
So we did, I did a vegan acorn squash. It was like acorn squash stuff with the impossible meat, pecan, thyme, nutmeg, and I did a cranberry glaze on the bottom, and it came out really good. But I wanted to try to do a vegan menu because it's so we in a generation where there's a lot of, dietary restrictions, and I want people to come to the restaurant and know, okay, there's something for me to eat other than, chicken and, the food that we love,
Yeah, so you can come on a special occasion, but you can also come on a Tuesday.
Right, yes.
Well, I've kind of been interested in I've seen, your age group really embrace the veganism and, the vegan festival and things like that. And, there are a lot more vegan, websites and resources and things that there were, but I am definitely interested in what you have to bring to that genre, because I think the health thing is very important.
Yes, very important.
And, it's an interesting way to, bring Creole flavors into, meatless, and how you address protein and, bring the flavor profiles, but not all the fat and the good stuff that, we would celebrate with.
Not just anybody can create the perfect creme brulee. And not just anybody can offer Louisiana's hospitality industry the perfect workers' comp coverage. The Louisiana Restaurant Association's SIF team knows what hospitality businesses need. We truly care about your team's safety and your success. Everybody who's anybody goes with LRA Workers' Comp. Ask around. In this business, word of mouth is everything.
So the Louisiana Restaurant Association just celebrated its 75th anniversary.
Okay.
And
wow, that's awesome.
I know. We're old. We don't look that old, though.
Yeah.
And we, through COVID specifically, we were working at the congressional level, at the state level, at the local level with all the different rules and regulations with sanitation, food safety, curfews, you name it. It was like drinking from a fire hose. But prior to that, we were doing all of that. We just weren't doing it 24 hours a day. And your grandmother, I mean, I've had a million experiences with her, I feel like, and she pops up in my memories all the time. So today's was that when we had the big party for her birthday to launch the foundation, the Leah and Edgar Chase Foundation at the Hyatt, and Norman Robinson was the MC, and he led with "Diets Be Damned." And we celebrated her birthday, and we were all dressed up, and it was so fancy. And you were probably there. I just did not know.
I remember that. Yep.
So we advocate on behalf of the industry, and we provide support, workers' comp, food safety and sanitation training, advocacy at the federal, state, and local levels. If you got a question, you need a contact, we can connect you with other people in the industry. And I personally am looking forward to getting someone at your age group in our, involved with us to see what kind of ideas and things that you want to do in the industry. So.
No, that's awesome.
So it was great talking to you, and I will look forward to.
Thank you so much for this experience. This was amazing.
I will definitely make it a point to come visit with you and sit down with you and kind of, just see where your head's at and what you kind of where you see yourself, and we can definitely help you get there.
Yes. Well, thank you so much.
Thank you. Have a good one. Happy New Year.
You too. Happy New Year.
Bye-bye.
From the thread count of the sheets to the praline on the pillow, Louisiana hotels know a thing or two about hospitality, and the Louisiana Restaurant Association knows a thing or two about workers' comp. Everybody who's anybody goes with LRA Workers' Comp.
Thank you for listening to the Louisiana Restaurant Association's We Live to Eat podcast. Please join us for future podcasts where we'll discuss restaurants, food, and culture in the state where we live to eat. Until then, bon appetit.